Long ago, Shinsuburo, a young samurai, and Otsuyo, the daughter of a shogun, fell in love. Their love was doomed from the beginning because Otsuyo was royalty and Shinsuburo was a samurai. Regardless, they promised to love each other forever. On their last meeting, Otsuyo told the young samurai,
"Remember, if you do not come to see me again, I shall certainly die."
They could only meet with the accompaniment of the shogun's doctor, though, for it was bad etiquette for the young samurai to visit her alone. The doctor, fearing the shogun, who was known to take the heads of those he despised, refused to bring Shinsuburo back to Otsuyo because he knew the shogun would not approve. Otsuyo waited for Shinsuburo, but after a few years, when she heard nothing, she died of grief, believing Shinsuburo must no longer love her. Her maid Oyon died of grief for Otsuyo a few months later. Yamamoto, the physician, tells Shinsuburo that Otsuyo has passed away. Shinsuburo, overcome with grief, placed her name on a tablet in a Buddhist shrine and thought of her daily, until one night, the Bon, which is the great festival of the dead in Japanese Buddhist culture. After sundown, he hears a set of Kamageta shoes approaching. As he sees two slender women carrying lanterns, he takes a step closer. He recognizes them as Otsuyo and Oyon. He calls to them.
"The physician told me you were dead."
They replied,
"Ah, what a hateful story. Very wrong."
He invites them in. Oyon tells the story that she did not die but simply went to become celibate in a small home, refusing marriage to any other. Shinsuburo believes her. They meet at the same hour every night, growing more and more in love. And Shinsuburo became more and more attached to the girl, and he was caught in a bond of illusion, stronger than the bonds of iron, for she was indeed dead. One night, the servant of Shinsuburo, Tomozo, overhears a female voice in Shinsuburo's chambers.
"Oh my goodness, I love you so much, babe."
He feared that his master was too gentle and affectionate and might be fooled by some cunning woman, and peeks in to see if his suspicions are correct. He can't quite see her, but then she turns. To his horror, he sees the outline of a skeleton harassing Shinsuburo. He is filled with terror. Another similar figure rises up from elsewhere and drifts towards him. He manages to escape unnoticed. Tomozo quickly goes to tell Shinsuburo that the women are dead. Shinsuburo is filled with grief and fear but does not completely believe it. He searches for the women during the daylight but does not find them. Instead, to his horror, he finds their gravestones. He seeks religious help. He is instructed to wear a solid gold Buddha under his cloak and put the sacred text in the window called the Ofuda, which is known to ward away evil spirits. He hears the women return and sees that they are suddenly incapable of entering. He is heartbroken, for he knows that it must be true. Otsuyo tells Oyon to go to the servant and convince him to take down the Ofuda, so she goes. He says that he will each night, but never does. Finally, after many nights, Oyon goes to Tomozo again in full dead form and threatens him with an unearthly shriek. He must take down the Ofuda or he will wish he was dead. Tomasa's wife instructs him to tell the ghosts that he will remove the Ofuda only if the ghosts pay him, being the smart wife that she is. If harm comes to his master, he will be destitute. They need to buy his services. The ghosts agree, and he takes it down. The next morning comes again. Tomozo is terrified, but he goes and knocks on his master's door. But for the first time, he hears no answers. He is terrified of what he will find. He opens the door to silence and the mosquito net concealing the bed. He creeps toward it. He slowly peels it back. He lets out a terrified shriek. He sees Shinsuburo has died a ghastly death, still with a look of terror on his cold corpse. And next to him are the bones of a woman, her skeleton hands still around Shinsuburo's neck. In her lovesick rage, she had killed him.